Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a model launched in 2012. This is the Panerai Luminor 1950 3 Days GMT Automatic Ceramica PAM00441, the running mate on a strap of the famous PAM438 Tutanaro. This timepiece gives you the strap-born cool, the customary time-honored appearance of a Panerai on an assolutamente minimally tanned calfskin strap with the black case, striking with the 1950 profile and wearable in 44mm. 17.8mm thick, it's a chunky watch, but nevertheless it's a wearable watch as ceramic is quite light on the wrist and exceptionally scratch resistant. 55mm lug-to-lug with a 24mm spacing between the lugs. Now, you can see that the timepiece uses traditional Panerai screw-fixed bars to hold the strap in place. So no spring bars here. If you are a Paneristo, you probably already have the tools to get to work strap swapping. Of course, the spacing being 24mm, you're going to find an absolute eternity of options, as the 24mm Panerai strap size is fairly universal and no brand has more OEM and aftermarket strap options than Panerai. The assolutamente, minimally tanned with a very rough surface, a little bit of dyeing, an ecru stitch that nicely matches the simulated aged radium ecru lume of the dial. You have a blackened matching pin buckle in satin finish, and then you can see that the underside is brand new. So while the strap itself looks a little rough, that's by design. It's designed to look aged. This is a brand new Officine Panerai factory strap. The caseback features a sapphire that has been smoked to give a blacked out look that matches the murdered out look of the watch itself. Let's apply polishing cloth, remove some fingerprints here, and take a quick look at what Panerai hath wrought. Now the watch features the 1950 case, which is inspired by the historic Panerai 6152 of the 1950s. You can see what the non-1950 case looks like. This is a Betterini case, a little bit more squared off and angular, designed by Panerai machinist Alessandro Betterini for the first 1993 civilian Panerai models. Much loved and still in production, it's nevertheless not quite as historically evocative as the 1950 form, which was launched in 2002 on the PAM127. You can see this is all satin, so Panerai in good taste, making this imposing black watch matte in finish rather than polished. The crown guard, of course, is iconic. I could cover up that dial and you know exactly who made this watch. Conceived in the late 1940s, implemented in the early 1950s, it is a locking system that allows you to unlock the crown for winding or setting without any need to screw it through its seal. That was the original idea back when all the watches were manual wind in the 50s. You don't have to thread that stem through the seal, thus wearing it out. You merely compress and decompress. Now the watch is ceramic and so is the crown guard structure, so they're both equally scratch resistant. It's also easier to unlock this system and then manipulate the crown when your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved, which is appropriate on a sports watch. It's also tough to dive into the water with an unlocked crown because this is a lot harder to miss than a screw down crown that's left turned out a few winds. The dial is black and matte. It's a sandwich profile, so a stencil in black over a solid disc of ecru color simulated patina luminova. The hands are blackened out, so you just see the swatch of lume floating over the dial. It is a GMT, and as you can see, what Panerai calls a GMT in this instance, let me demonstrate some of the subsidiary modes, but you have the ability first to wind the watch in mode 1. That's winding, the first position. That is zero reset, which, as you can see, zero resets the seconds hand and hacks or stops the movement. In this mode, everything moves in sync. Push back in, and then you have an intermediate mode that allows you to change your local hour even as the second time zone, the minute, and the seconds remain unaffected. You'll also note that this allows me to jump across the international date line, moving the date in either direction as I do. And you'll probably ask, Tim, isn't that just a second 12-hour hand? Well, yes, 12-hour hand 1, 12-hour hand 2, so strictly speaking, it's not a GMT. You do have to keep track of whether it's AM or PM in that reference time zone. Now, turn everything over, you're getting quite a good deal of manufacturer refinement, water resistant down to 100 meters thanks to the screwed in caseback and the locking lever. This is the Panerai caliber 9001. It has the zero reset hacking system, a beat rate of 28,800 vibrations per hour, 29 joules, a caseback power reserve, so it has a hidden complication. It has that dual time capability. As you can see, the balance is a free sprung architecture, so very shock resistant, and what appears to be a blackened set of bridges and plates is actually hiding under a smoked sapphire to give it a darkened look. It's simply a better manufacturing arrangement, as the blackened bridges with which Panerai originally experimented did not age well. So this is the best of both worlds, blackened and durable as a luxury product should be. Now, of course, this watch has got just about everything going for it except your wrist. Water resistant, dual time, highly refined, a long power reserve of 3 days, and of course a nearly scratch-proof ceramic case. You can see and own the Ceramica PAM00441 on the watch box. And we're back with the PAM00441 GMT Ceramica by night.